real now.
Oh yeah, that's right. We used to voice this part. Look like I've reached the intermission segment, which means it's time for our Guess the Victim quiz.
Yeah!
A victim quiz, not a culprit quiz?
Oh yeah, I guess that is. We already know the victim, huh?
The only victims are the people who are still watching this drawn-out, boring crap.
Oh shit.
Why are you being such a downer all of a sudden?
It's okay.
It is okay. I am sure everyone is happy. How do you know? They could be skipping this entire conversation for all you know. I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. I'm the real victim here. Me!
Oh.
Why are you getting upset?
Yep, we started a bit earlier today because we're not gonna stream on Friday. It's Christmas Eve, so we pushed our stream earlier, and then we wanted to start early because time zones.
If anything, I'm the real victim. I gotta put up with all this nonsense all the time.
Absolutely right.
That's the right answer, Monodum. I guess he was talking about the ...
I was gonna enter in my own line there. Just be like, one of you dies tonight.
Why? He hasn't said anything.
Hey,
Exactly, because there are no victims. Yep, even if you're killed in this killing game, you're a winner. Because then everyone warns you, and you get tons of posthumous popularity.
Daddy!
You don't need to reveal these kinds of behind-the-scene details.
All right.
Rain makes you more popular? Then we gotta die soon too. Oh god, don't give him any ideas.
Oh, he
Good
has
idea.
ideas. Monotaro's going. Trial resume.
Ooh, this is my impression of a spooky, scary ghost. Ah! I'm fine with real ghosts, but impressions of them are too scary.
Wait, what?
Is all that remains of a
Logic does not compute.
Huh? Did you hear something?
Now, you're on the threshold
No,
of an amazing
I
adventure.
didn't hear anything.
Aww.
You know what else is scary? Sweet buns. Yep, tasty, tasty sweet buns. So round, so sweet, so delicious. That doesn't sound scary at all.
Is all that
I'm
remains
scared too.
of a once
Scared of losing my friends.
Aw. What a Monodum.
Huh?
right now.
Did you hear
They're
something?
ignoring him now.
Amazing adventure.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Okay, back to the actual trial then.
Answer us, Himiko. You chose the middle room to lure us into your trap, did you not? Then you used that trap to kill Tenko, yes?
Well, Donkey Lips, did you kill that twat?
Wait, must be some mistake. No way Himiko is culprit.
Then she needs to defend herself. Otherwise, this debate is deadlocked.
I don't care if you gotta use magic to do it, but say something already.
Yeah, it couldn't be her. She's part of the council.
Are you even listening?
No, I'm not listening.
Oh. What? Oh. What?
I don't care anymore. I'm too tired. Angie died. Tenko died. Why did I have to survive? And now, you're all saying I killed them? I just don't care anymore.
Himiko.
Do whatever. If you want to vote for me, then just go ahead.
The game gets really blah if the suspect isn't into it.
That's not the problem.
Damn it. Don't tell me you've given up.
Himiko, don't give up!
Don't you understand? My life is riding on the outcome of this trial!
Just shut up. I told you, I'm too tired. It's all just a big pain. I can't put up with it anymore.
What are you talking about? If you give up here...
You needn't worry. Himiko was the one who chose that room. Therefore, she is unmistakably the culprit.
Yeah, here it is. He's trying to lead the conversation.
Impossible! Himiko would never kill Tenko!
Totally not sus at all.
Himiko, not that kind of person! Gonta can tell by Himiko's face!
Himiko's a little slow, so I don't think she's capable of handling a complicated crime.
I also think Himiko's not the culprit. Somehow.
Either way, we gotta look for more possibilities.
That does seem like rather a pointless quest.
No, it's not. We gotta be strong. Gotta keep thinking. Then we might find new truth. So no give up, Himiko!
Himiko, I know how you feel. I felt the same way after Kaede died. But we can't give up. We survived. We can't give up. For the sake of everyone who died. Oh, okay. Teacher, Tendering Seance, Hole in the Corner.
Performing the seance in that room was Himiko's decision, was it not?
What if someone steered her into picking that room?
Of the 3 empty rooms, why did you select the middle one, Himiko? Because you laid your trap there?
Was trap only in that room? Other rooms may be trapped too.
Yeah,
Oh,
even if
shit.
Himiko picked the room, someone else could have set that trap.
Your opinions are empty words.
Oh wow, I forgot there was a bloody Kokichi.
Yeah, so that is exactly what happened. Orikyo set the trap in all 3 rooms. And then it didn't matter, and then he let Himiko pick the room because it didn't matter which room it was going to be in. If the culprit
And that's
claim
what,
w-
sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, underneath, if you remember, there was that open thing that said it leads straight into the next room, but we kind of just like glossed over it. That means they were able to get into every room easily underground to set all the traps, right? Yeah.
If the culprit's plan were to make Himiko a suspect, they might have persuaded her to choose that room somehow. But how? And what would that tell us?
Performing the seance in that room.
That doesn't sound like it's what I was getting at, but I'm gonna do this anyway.
What's the middle? Because you laid your trap there.
Was trap only in that room?
Great point,
Other
Gonta.
rooms may be trapped.
And I missed. There we go.
I agree.
It's just like Gonta said. Each room was the same. They were all trapped.
What? Is that true?
Good job, Gonta.
Kokichi will tell you.
I was way too careless. Wait, what are you talking about?
guess, there was no crosspiece supporting this floorboard, so I kinda stepped through. What bet? What? Sorry, I
While
was
you were in the
joking
room
with a
next to the
skittle.
crime scene, you found a loose floorboard,
That's such a
right?
Waffles thing to do.
Oy.
Well, I didn't find it so much as I stepped through it and tripped.
What? Hold on! There was also a loose floorboard in the next room?
So the culprit prepared a trap in all 3 empty rooms, not just the middle one.
If the culprit set traps in all the rooms, then they wouldn't need to select a room themselves.
So the real trap was for someone else to pick a room and take the blame.
I see. We were caught in the culprit's trap all along.
Mm-hmm.
Especially you!
But now there's no reason to suspect Himiko, right?
Himiko, do you remember what Tenko told you?
Oh, yep. You know, here this again.
I knew it.
We've-
I knew
we
it.
already I'm actually just gonna skip through it because we've seen this now like
Okay,
8
yeah.
times.
We really have though. We should have set a like a counter
Live life
of how many
facing
times we'll
forward.
replay one scene.
She said that to you,
Yeah,
right?
really.
If you give up on living, you'd be betraying her memory. We're all trying to keep our promises to the dead. This trial, it's not just for our lives. It's for everyone who's died as well. That's why we can't give up. This is our responsibility. We live on.
You're right. Yeah, that's right. If I gave up here, I wouldn't be able to face Angie or Tenko.
That's right. So let's do our best.
Alright, I'm not gonna say it's a pain anymore. I won't give up. I'll fight alongside everyone and survive!
Do not say everyone. After all, the Blackened is still among us.
Jeez,
He
there
said
you
among
go.
us.
Killing the mood like usual. But damn! Well said, Shuichi. That's what I'd expect from my soul bro.
Soul bro? When did we become soul bros?
Your soul bro?
Been promoted
Anyway,
from
Do you
sidekick.
think the Blackened this time has some
Yeah.
sort of superpower?
What are you talking about?
Well, as a self-proclaimed expert of stepping through floorboards, isn't it weird that no one stepped through that floorboard before the culprit used it?
Ah, that is a good point.
Because Correccio made sure he was the
Barrier
only one who
magic.
went there, right?
Yep, that
And
is
he was
true.
putting the tarp down. Oh yeah.
Well, and when he was putting he drew the circle.
Mm-hmm.
He drew the circle,
Yeah.
and no one. He made sure no one was stepping in the circle because they needed to. They couldn't mess up the circle.
And he probably like led them away when they were putting the thing together, like the big dog statue.
Yeah.
Ooh hoo hoo.
Well, that's one possibility, but I think it might have been something else.
Well, yeah, because I think the entrance to the circle was on the other side, so the only way other people would be able to get in was he made sure was on the other side of it. So he actually had to step in the circle to jump on the floorboard. Why did no one step on the floorboard until it was used for the murder? Ah, that's it. That must be the reason. Let's see, do we have anything for the circle? I think we do. Magic circle.
This is it! It's because of the magic circle at the scene of the crime.
Also, it's dark in here, so be sure to watch your step. If the magic circle is broken, not only will the seance fail, but it may also unleash a curse.
Before we began the seance, we were warned not to step on the circle. The floorboard in question was within the circle. That's why no one stepped on it.
So the magic circle's purpose was to keep us away from the whole trick.
Mm-hmm. Well, now it's really obvious, isn't it?
That was part of the culprit's plans too?
I mean, there's really only one person it could be at that point. That's right. If that's the case, then the culprit, there's no doubt in my mind, they're the one who killed Tenko. Only one person had the opportunity and the motive.
So it's Keebo, right?
It was Angie. Angie killed Tenko.
It has to be you! Kyo.
I like how the word
Was
that
it
showed
you?
up was like, decide.
Yeah.
Whatever are you talking about?
I'm talking about Tenko's murder.
Kyo?
Why do you suspect me?
Because you were the one who drew the magic circle. The circle kept us from discovering the seesaw trick. But that's not all it was for. In order to make the murder succeed, variables like Tenko's position and the placement of the cage needed to be defined. And those variables were defined by using the magic circle. In short, the circle itself was the most important tool in this murder. Knowing that, the person who drew the magic circle has to be the culprit.
Well, Kyo,
Answer already! Did you do it?
What is so funny?
I was just thinking. So this is how each Blackened must have felt. What an intriguing experience this is.
What? An intriguing experience?
But if I am the culprit as you claim, then I stomped on the floorboard, yes? So, do tell. How could I have stomped on the floorboard during that darkened seance?
I see. That is problem.
Unless that is made clear, you cannot be certain I am the culprit.
how can you be so calm when you're backed into a corner like this?
I will explain that in due time. Please answer my question first.
The culprit stepped on that exact floorboard, even in the darkness. But how? How did they move around in total darkness? In a room that dark, it's hard to imagine the culprit found the right board. Although, even after I put out the candle, I could move along the wall with my hand.
Wait a minute. Maybe...
Did you figure it out?
That's it. The culprit didn't have to see it at all. They used... or find the seesaw in the darkness.
Probably touched the salt like he used as a guide.
That's it!
Yeah.
On the floor.
The culprit
Also,
used
you're a bit
touch.
quiet. Are you not
They
on your
didn't
headphones?
see. They felt.
Yeah, sorry, I took them off for this part.
Oh, okay.
That way they could get around in the dark, like how I got to the candle.
Wasn't Seesaw in middle of room? Gonta doesn't think it was near wall.
So they probably used something besides the wall to move then, right?
Were there any other markers within reach?
Of course, the answer to that is there was nothing of the sort.
No, I'm sure there was something. A landmark they could have used to determine where the floorboard
I got it! Here's my answer.
Yo, thank you for the follow, Eliu. It must have been at the scene. I know it. Ooh, Man's Gambit again.
Magic circle?
It looks, yeah, like
Yeah,
really
that does
obvious.
fit.
It must be. I thought it
There's a G and I
was
and a
going
C.
to be smell.
Smell.
I thought it was, yeah.
Oh, like
well, I
use the
thought it was
smell
gonna
of
be
the
like the
salt?
blood. No, the smell of the blood that was already dried. I don't know. He would have had really good smelling though.
One that was a C.
I don't know why I thought that. You guys are like, it's really obvious, and in my head I was like, yeah, the smell of the blood.
Oh. The smell of the blood?
Of the dried blood that was there.
Oh.
Ignore me. I'm thinking he's like a freaking vampire with great smelling.
Oh. I was just I hope I didn't miss Uma in there, but whatever.
That's it! The magic circle. They used the magic circle. Remember? The magic circle was drawn with salt. The culprit used the salt's texture to feel their way through the dark.
I see. So Kyo traced the magic circle with his hands to get to the loose floorboard.
Oh, I see. You drew the magic circle with salt to use it as a guide.
An interesting thought. It is unfortunate that it is so wrong.
Okay. What?
Recall the document. What did the magic circle look like?
Based on the document, the magic circle wouldn't reach the corners of the room.
Okay.
So
You
what?
could just feel for it.
I mean, there was a lot of time.
When the room
like,
was
during the
darkened,
singing.
each of us was in a corner
Yeah.
of the room, yes?
Yeah, you literally could just step a few steps forward and feel for it with your feet.
The magic circle didn't reach us, so I could not have followed it, yes?
But you're talking about the magic circle in the document. That doesn't mean the circle you drew was the same.
No, I most definitely drew it exactly the same. I have it perfectly memorized.
So which is it? Is there any way to check?
Not anymore. The magic circle is a complete mess from being trampled on.
I see. Another piece of the puzzle. Drawing the circle with salt all but guaranteed it would be temporary. The investigation itself would have gotten rid of the evidence. Clever.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please?
What a pain. We don't have any way to check it now.
Oh, does Keebo have like a photo he can show us from his memory?
Excuse me,
Yeah, I was gonna
everyone.
say,
May
Keebo
I
to the
have your
rescue.
attention, please?
Well, I guess there's no point in discussing the magic circle anymore.
Oh god, Koichi.
Hey, may I have your attention?
Oh, I said cut that out! It's too bright!
I apologize. I just wanted everyone to listen to me.
About what?
I had Mew add another function to my body, in addition to the flashlight.
Nice.
What the? No way! Did you really? Stop! You can't! I didn't install it for that
Please, let me use it! With it, I might be able to save everyone.
Alright, so what is this function?
It's an image recording function.
Image recording?
Specifically, this function allows me to dispense a printout of my own memory. I'll give it a try. Ready?
Who wants? Oh wow! It just comes out like a freaking Polaroid. What even?
That's incredible. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, who wants to bet that it's a photo of what's her face and him doing it?
I think that's why Mew was
She, like, freaked out
objecting
for a
to it,
second.
because I think she thought he was gonna do something like that for some reason.
Yeah.
From your mouth?
It's really funny.
I also used magic like that before.
This prints out as my memory of being kicked out of the seance. Please confirm that the floor of the empty room is clearly visible.
That's right. There were like lines coming off the edges leading out to the corners.
Go on, take the picture and see for yourself.
Okay, got it.
I reluctantly took the paper from Keebo's mouth. He made me pull it from his mouth. Yeah. So this is the magic circle used for the seance.
Well, Shuichi?
Yeah, there it
Do
is.
you notice
Wow.
anything?
Notice anything? The spot selection?
There! This helped a lot, Keebo. Without you, I never would have seen through Kyo's lie.
My lie?
You just said that you drew the magic circle exactly as it appears in the document. But that's a lie, isn't it? The magic circle at the scene had lines that stretched to the room's corners, which means that you would be able to find the floorboard from anywhere in the room.
So it was different from the document after all.
All because Himiko noticed. And because of Keebo, too.
You helped too, Danta. Don't sell yourself short.
Hey, where's my things? I'm the one who installed that function into Keebo.
Hey, yeah, what was it you were saying about its purpose?
Oh, to be honest, the purpose of that image recording function is to monitor my health. Specifically, I make Keebo use that function every day to...
What?
Analyze my turds.
Excuse me, Mew?
You're what? Why? Shit is a great indicator of intestinal health and gut bacteria quality.
Okay. Yeah.
So instead of just building a camera,
Shit does wonders
she
for a
has
woman's
Keebo
natural
do it.
beauty,
Poor
so...
Keebo.
Yeah, really. She could have made that without Keebo.
You're all grossed out. This is why I didn't want to tell you about my plan.
You... Okay, yeah, sure.
Quit talking about your poop. No one cares.
Thank you, Himiko. Thank you.
Kyo, you killed Tenko,
Great.
didn't you? Just give up and admit it already.
So, Kyo, if you have any objections, you can...
Your deductions are fiction.
Yeah, that figures.
Well, since you've given me the option, I will most certainly object. To be honest, it's unimportant, but it may be an amusing diversion.
Unimportant?
Now I shall bear witness to your abilities, Shuichi. Do entertain me.
Yeah, because even if he is the killer, it doesn't matter. Because only the killer of Angie is going to actually get executed.
If you are going to claim I am the culprit, then what of the murder weapon? It was set up in the cage. The only people capable of that are Kokichi and Shuichi, who carried the cage. So suspicion should fall on them.
True, we could have placed the sickle there, but we could not have removed it later. Because we weren't the ones who lifted the cage. That was Himiko.
The only person who could have collected the sickle is Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor did I lift it. I had no opportunity to touch the sickle.
I'll cut through your words!
Yep, just as we said last time.
The only person who could have set up the sickle and retrieved it afterward is Kyo. That was done by covering the cage with a white cloth.
It was really obvious with the diagram they had earlier.
It was, yeah.
You could have secretly
Well, it was the
placed
diagram, and
sickle
also
when
we
you
worked
draped
through
the
the logic
cloth.
that was the one thing that he both
Did by himself.
Yeah, did by himself, both on and off.
Yeah, exactly.
And retrieved it afterward when you removed the cloth. Then, while everyone was distracted, you discreetly dropped the sickle under the floor.
Wonderful! That's exactly correct.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I was guessing he was eventually just gonna be like, "Yep, nope, you're right." What?
It's correct. Then why don't you give up already?
The trick I put so much work into is just wasted effort now.
Oh
Alas.
shit! Because he didn't know that it wasn't gonna do anything, huh? Because they didn't talk about what was gonna happen in the case of this double murder until afterwards. So I'm assuming he did this assuming he was going like he was gonna defend himself and get a chance to escape.
Yeah, that is true, because it wasn't until the second murder happened when they revealed the details of, like, who is technically the Blackened.
Yeah, and what happens in that situation.
So, it was you? You killed Tenko?
Let me guess. You'll never forgive me. Himiko, you must hate me so very much. Maybe you'd feel better if I was executed by Monokuma. But unfortunately for you, that won't happen. Because if you vote for me, every spotless, including myself, will die.
Okay, so here's an interesting thing about this. One of the things that happened earlier in the game, there was the whole thing, or in chapter 1, there was the whole thing where they were gonna let the first kill go unpunished. And then Rentaro died and nobody stepped up to claim it. And that was like, oh, well, that's kind of disappointing. It would have been really interesting to see what would be like if one of the killers just like got to fucking go free. They had to live with that. But they are kind of making up for that now, because now we are possibly going to have to live with that.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, assuming someone else killed Angie, then next chapter we're gonna start and Kyo's gonna be here after killing someone, and we're just gonna have to, fucking be like, what now?
What you talking about, Kyo?
You still don't understand? I killed Tenko, that is the truth. But it is meaningless in this class trial.
Meaningless?
You mean Monokuma's extra rule, right?
Ah, that's right. What happens to your votes? There are 2 blind candidates. Well, I have an answer for that. It's first come, first served.
You see, I killed Tenko, but not Angie. For us, Tenko's death is nothing but a trivial issue. Because the Blackened in this trial is the culprit who killed Angie.
Trivial issue? No, that's gotta be a lie. You probably killed Angie too.
That is simply not possible. Recall that I was unable to enter Angie's lab.
Oh, only student council members and Kokichi could enter research lab.
How could I have possibly killed Angie when I couldn't even enter her lab?
We can figure that out. No one else could have done it besides you. If you're the one who killed Tenko, you gotta be the one who killed Angie!
I understand how you feel, Himiko, but maybe we can discuss this rationally and calmly. There is a non-zero possibility that Kyo is telling the truth.
So you understand how she feels. I see. Wait, robots can understand human feelings?
Of course I understand. I worked really hard to understand.
Hey, why are you getting all worked up, Keebo? Chill, dude.
That's enough! It's voting time! I'm gonna vote for him!
No.
Voting for me will only help the one who murdered Angie.
Isn't Kyo culprit?
Of course I'm not. This case was an error on my part. Monokuma added that rule after both bodies were found, yes? How was I to know that the trial would only be for Angie's killer? Had I known, I certainly wouldn't have killed Tenko.
You're lying! You killed Tenko and Angie!
Now hold on. Jumping to conclusions here is dangerous.
We should talk it out more. This case might have juicy plot twists waiting to happen.
Yeah,
Nuts to that.
that's why.
Any way you look at this case, Kyo is obviously the culprit.
No, I don't think so.
There's sort of no other way to look at it.
No, it's too dangerous to vote before we arrive at a logical decision.
We barely talked about Angie's case.
The culprit's one of you! Wowee! This
What?
argument is getting intense! At times like
Oh, is this a...
The Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds!
Yippee! I've been waiting for this!
What?
Kokichi knows. Scrum debate's the best part.
Why were you waiting for it?
Kyo confessed to killing Tenko, but insists he didn't kill Angie. We won't forgive Kyo for what he did, but we can't vote until we know the facts. I have to pin down the evidence and convince everyone.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
Keebo! We don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
The katana was found in Kyo's lab.
Okay.
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kyo did kill Tenko, but he not blackened?
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Tenko's death. Can't we just vote now?
I've got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
When we aren't consistent, our position looks weak. We have to work together. Yep. Vote now, we'll never know the truth. We have to defend that point.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
Keebo! We don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
This one is...
He forced his way into Angie's research lab.
I've got this! But he couldn't get into Angie's research lab.
The katana was found in
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kyo did kill Tenko.
Kokichi! Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of...
I've got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
This is our answer!
It's interesting that we ended up being on both Kokichi and Kyo's side for that one.
It would be a mistake to vote before we've completely solved Angie's murder.
Almost feels wrong.
And there's still the mystery of Tenko's murder.
Mystery? What kind of mystery?
Well, Kyo's confession derailed our conversation a bit. But we still have to go over one of the clues found at Tenko's crime scene. I believe it might even have something to do with Angie's murder.
Yes, the outlying piece of evidence at Tenko's murder scene. Let me see. I didn't quite remember this. Is it that the thing didn't work? No, because he killed Tenko. So. No. Oh, wait. Dried blood.
This is it! The blood stain found under the floor. Maki and I found it during the investigation. It was beneath the floorboard that the culprit stomped on.
Is that Tenko's blood?
That bloodstain was too far from Tenko's corpse to have been hers.
Also, the bloodstain was already dry when we found it. But the blood from Tenko's body hadn't even begun to dry yet.
Well, that's weird. Why was that bloodstain the only dry one?
The bloodstain under the floorboard was dry because... Air was dry, it was there before Tenko was killed. Well, it happened before the seance.
That's it! The bloodstain wasn't from Tenko's murder. It was there before we started the seance.
Before the seance?
That should make it clear whose blood it was. Let's say from before the seance, it has to be them.
That's it! That bloodstain wasn't Tenko's. It was Angie's.
Why was blood from Angie at the scene of Tenko's murder?
Yeah, wasn't Angie killed in her research lab?
Just because we found her body there doesn't mean she was killed there.
Ah, I guess that's possible.
If Angie wasn't killed in her lab, then that opens up a lot more possibilities. We assumed that only council members could have killed Angie since her body was in her lab. But if she died somewhere else, then we can't suspect just the council members anymore.
So the culprit didn't enter her lab, but waited for her to come out of it?
I'm not sure if the culprit waited for her, but they probably killed her when she came out. Well, I thought that was more likely from the start.
Well, good for you, not saying anything.
So I went to places Angie might have gone and checked all 3 empty rooms.
Places she might have gone? Why did you check the empty rooms then?
The empty rooms were the only places I could think of that Angie would go.
Did Angie have business in rooms?
It seems Kokichi's up to his usual misleading nonsense again.
I do lie a lot, and I could be lying right now too. But I'm pretty sure someone's panicking right now because of my lie.
Angie left her lab on her own and headed to the room where she was killed. Is Kokichi's statement true, or